Peace and love. Hope all is well. Hope you're feeling safe and blessed and high vibrational. Now in this video, we'll be connecting with the energy of Jesus, Master Jesus, also the energy of Christ as well. I say them both because they do feel like separate energies to me. One and the same, but separate at the same time. Now initially, I did come to film a energy with a celebrity energy. I wasn't 100% sure which one was going to step forward, but I thought to myself, let me pull a couple cards from the Keepers of Light Oracle deck by Kyle Gray, even though that's not obviously a deck that has anything to do with like celebrities or anything. However, I thought the deck would give me a feel for what energy would like to step forward. So then I pulled a couple cards from the deck, and it's quite obvious what energy is stepping forward, and it is Master Jesus. We have coming out of the deck Master Jesus, obviously. We also have the Holy Spirit, which I'm linking to Master Jesus as well. And we also have faith. All three kind of working hand in hand, all three bringing me to kind of the energy of Christ or Christ consciousness, which is again in link with the energy of Jesus. We also have coming out of the deck the Mariam Sacred Vision. And what this card says is, choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. And really, with that mention, like forgiveness and love, that is basically what this card mentions, Master Jesus. Master Jesus says, you are on the path of light, the love and forgiveness, Father, healing is possible at this time. The Holy Spirit, that card expresses, expect miracles. Remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. And then the card of faith, it has humanity and benevolence. Stay calm. Trust the good in yourself and others. See the light in the world. Just before I continue, on this channel I also channel the energies of Mother Gaia, some celebrity energies, as well as the 12 signs of the zodiac. If you would like to take a look at those videos. If you're looking for a personal, the information is down below in the description box. Okay. Then after I pulled those cards, I saw in my mind the Love and Light deck by Doreen Virtue. Now I wasn't 100% sure whether I would obviously bring these cards to the video, because obviously Doreen Virtue, in the spiritual community there is a lot of mixed opinions about her. However, I just feel that basically that it's fine to use her cards. And not just that, a moment ago before I came on, I had the energy of Jesus and Christ with me, and I kind of put it to them like about Doreen Virtue, and what energy said to me was that some people, basically what Doreen's done is she's led some people back to Christ, back to, well, I want to say Christ because Jesus is kind of stepping aside. It's like she's brought people back to Christ, not Jesus. She's reminding me again that it's not about following Jesus, it's about following Christ. And Jesus is also making me feel more so like it's about following the energy of Christ. Again, Christ is an energy, it's a consciousness, it's a state of mind, it's a way of being. And what he was making me feel, and what energy was making me feel, was that Doreen's part of her mission was to bring people to Christ, bring people to the energy of Christ. And in order for her to do that, she kind of had to bring herself back to Christ. For some reason, what energy is making me feel, and I wasn't planning on bringing any messages forward on Doreen actually, but what energy is making me feel is that it's understanding. We may not understand why somebody does something or how they go about it. And what they're saying, it's like, I'm being brought to her saying stuff about the spiritual community that it may be wrong, or that it's dark, or it's negative. Okay. For some reason, they're saying it's about her understanding, and in relation to her, when she's speaking on spirituality and how it could be dark or negative, or that it's against Christ, really what and she's not saying this physically, but what energy is making me feel what she's saying in her expression, in the way that she's expressing herself, or the way that she's gone about going back to Christ and leaving maybe tarot. It's that she when it came to the spiritual part of things, it's like that took her away from the energy of Christ. And not because like Christ then left her because she became more spiritual. It's that sometimes certain things can become distractions, or our mind can become engulfed by certain things. And for some people, they need something that provides them a little bit more structure. You see, spirituality, there's no rules, there's no you have to do this, or there's no this is the way it must be done. It's about really you going with the flow, or you following your own energy current, is what energy is saying. It's about you. It's basically just about going with the flow. And basically what energy is saying is that she needs something, or she needed something that provided more structure. Religion provides structure. Energy is saying some people need like a groundwork to work from. Some people need a specific deity, whereas some don't need a specific deity, whereas some can just consider themselves as being a spiritual being and draw from multiple different religious groups or multiple different deities, knowing that they all exist in some way, shape or form. Okay. So anyway, let's just move along a little bit. So when I pulled the cards from the Love and Light Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue, 2 cards came out, and we have Blessings of Innocence and Purity. And what this card says, it says, God blesses those whose hearts are pure, for they will see God. And when this card came out, what I felt instantly was that it's like God is within all things, Christ is within all things. And what I was feeling is that this energy of Christ, this energy of God is within me and you. Not just within me and you, but also within the animals, within the plants. But more so what this card was giving me, the sense of it was more like a sense of charity, or being charitable, or helping somebody else. And it's that, for some reason, what I was seeing a homeless person, and I was seeing them ask for money. And it was that when we help somebody, we often see ourselves within them. That's what causes the help. It's something within us that recognizes a struggle. For some reason I'm getting, it's almost like they're showing me like people with silver spoons in their mouth, people who haven't necessarily struggled, they can't relate. So they are not necessarily in this space to where they have a level of, I want to say compassion, but it more so feels like self-awareness to help somebody else, because they don't know what it feels like to be in that situation, to be in that scenario. But then energy's bringing me to, but if they look deep enough inside themselves, they would be able to find the commonality between themselves and this other person, because struggle doesn't have to look the same in every scenario for you to feel it, if that makes sense. They're saying that a rich person and a poor person don't have to have the same struggles to understand struggle, to just understand what it feels like to just struggle in general. You don't have to have the same situation occur in your life for you to have understanding or to have compassion for another being. The next card we had, and also there was, yes, I already mentioned it about helping animals and so forth. But the next card, that we have is Pure and Unconditional Love. Speak to the earth and it will instruct you. Let the fish in the sea speak to you. I'm hearing help your brother and sister, but it's talking about the animals. that the animals are our brothers and sisters too. I'm hearing Mary had a little lamb. Not the nursery rhyme, but the carol or the song. And I'm being shown like, well, what Jesus was kind of saying was that, do you not realize how important animals was and plants was? For some reason, he's saying the biggest stories or some of the stories that I'll remember the most, and for some reason he's also showing me the ones that I remember the most when it comes to maybe like Christianity or the Bible or whatever, is see, the same Mary had a little lamb, but now they're showing me Little Donkey, the song Little Donkey. And it's like animals and trees and the plant kingdom was just as important. They showed me the burning bush as well. And they're saying that these scenes are important, but it's not that these scenes are important. These aspects are important, these aspects of nature. He's saying that the book wasn't just, and he's referring to the Bible, it wasn't just about humans. Humans wasn't just spoken in the Bible. Animals were spoken on. The plant kingdom was spoken on. The galactic kingdom was spoken on. I'm not 100% sure how that was spoken. It's not, like, but they're just presenting like what happens in the heavens is spoken upon. Saying every single thing in nature is spoken upon, because everything is that of nature. Everything is that of you. Everything is that of Christ. Everything is that of us. It's like everything in that book is a depiction of oneself. Okay. Let's pull a couple cards from the Oracle of the Seven Energies by Colette Baron Reed. See what Master Jesus is saying. It's weird because I'm feeling both energies, like Christ and Jesus, and it's like Jesus is saying that it's the ability to flip between both. He's saying, you remember, Christ is a consciousness that he has embodied, a consciousness that is within him, a consciousness that is within me and you, a level that we can all reach to. He's saying you feel both because there are moments when he's switching back and forward between both. Okay, I understand. It's not that he's switching back and forward, but there are certain, I want to say, resonances, or there are certain things that are in alignment with Jesus that need to be expressed, or that are expressed easier through the vibration of just Jesus. And then they're 1313 on the clock. And then there are things on another vibrational level where he embodies the energy of Christ, when it's more about universality and oneness, where things on that level need to be expressed, if that makes sense. That's why I feel both energies. But again, it's like he is Jesus, he's not Christ. Christ is the energy that he embodies. Okay, it makes so much sense. I was just looking at this card, and I wasn't obviously, but I was focusing upon his hand and his heart, and I was feeling like there was something to do with the hand and the heart. And then we have the healing heart coming out of the Oracle of the Seven Energies. And we also have tender embrace. Tender embrace. See, he's saying like, welcome him into your heart. Welcome him into your heart, into your mouth. Oh, that sounds very like sexual, but it doesn't mean it like that. It's like, allow like his truth to be expressed through you. And it's not his truth, it's our own personal truth. Again, he's going back to like Christ consciousness. Whoever embodies Christ consciousness, like when they express, they are not just expressing themselves, they're expressing everybody and everything. there was another message coming, and it was that, see, he's not even saying to just purely focus on him. He's saying, like, to find your chosen deity. Find who you resonate with the most. Find the deity that, it's like, find the deity that opens you up or helps you access truth the easiest. It's not like if you choose a deity, oh, now I've chose Krishna, Krishna's going to come and open me up to all these things. No, but it's like, to bring me back to Doreen Virtue again, it's about what you resonate with the most, what feels the most authentic to your vibration is what's going to be most beneficial for you. And people may not understand why you decide to go down this route or that route, but quite often we go wherever we are led. Even when we're not sure why we're going, even when we think we're making an irrational decision, or even when we think that we've thought something out completely, we go where we're led, we end up where we're meant to be. Storyteller, the storyteller, spirit of gratitude. It's like, write your own story. He's saying, write your own story. Oh, I don't know whether to say this or not. It's like he's saying, create your own religious book. And it's not religious book, but he's saying create your own thing that you can pass down to your generation or your family, your lineage. It's like, record your own truths. Share your own truths or record your own truths. Create your own story, create your own book. There's something about writing down your own life experience, but it's more like your own life spiritual experience, your spiritual journey on earth. Record that for the generation that come after you, but it feels more so like the people that are within your family line. What's the word? Like descendants after you. He's saying, like, and he's just saying there are ways of being or ways of going about this human experience where on a global level, on a collective level, there are religions. And these religions can, like, be used for everybody, used by everybody. But he's saying even on a micro scale, on a smaller scale, within families, there are ways of being, ways of doing things that are unique to each family, really. Really, now that's why we have, like, generational curses and things that we have to break within each individual family. Each individual family is going through their own individual, karma or karmic things, or just experience of the human experience. But there's something about recording your spiritual journey for those that come after you. It makes sense now, being brought to, like, breaking karma and karmic ties. It's like, record this because it's when those that come after you come to earth, that gives them a sense of direction. Okay, they bring me to remembering and forgetting that when we're born we forget, and we already know this. We go into, like, not in a period of forgetting, but we just do forget who we are, and it's about remembering who we are. And a part of forgetting is because we don't really have much physical things on earth to remind us of who we are or where we've been or what we've done in past lives or so forth, or what cycles we are currently undergoing or what we've been trying to break. We just come to earth and we have to figure it out ourselves. For some reason, the energy is saying that we should record these things for future generations, even for future selves that may incarnate or reincarnate back on earth. Yeah. I feel that I just need one more card for the Spirit of Gratitude card. listening. I'm seeing like sound waves, and it's like, can you hear? Can you hear? Can you hear the earth's yelp? I'm not sure what that is. There's something about within our mind's eye is the world. Something, say this is actual earth, this is our mind's eye. Our mind's eye is earth, you can see that they're the same flower. It's like within us there is a whole nother earth that's rising and blossoming and blooming. Now, I don't know whether that's, it does feel like it's talking about a level of consciousness, and again, but obviously we're dealing with Christ consciousness and oneness and universality. Now I'm getting like the age of love or the age of unity. But it's that, okay, it's like to see the world go within. To get a true understanding of the world, go within. To really hear the world, go within. To really see the world, go within. Connect to the mind, connect to intuition, connect to your heart. There's something about like feeling the world from inside of ourselves. And allowing these feelings to come out, to be expressed out. To allow what we see on the inside of the world to be expressed out. That we will share these things, or we should share what we are feeling on the inside about the world with the rest of the world. That's the way that feels. Okay. We're going to pull a couple cards from the Moonology Oracle deck. See what Master Jesus is saying. A win-win outcome is forecast. Full moon in Libra. Okay. Now this confidence is your key to success at the bottom of the deck. This is bringing me straight to the Mariam card. Sacred vision. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. If you can see, like, this does give me a Gemini energy, with it being the two individuals, but you can see how this is obviously a Libra energy, it's a Libra card as well, but with this balancing, it's bringing me straight to this card straight away. A win-win outcome is forecast. It's like the energy of God is on earth. The presence of God is on earth. Oh, I just got a different energy as well. I don't know whether to express it or not. I think I'm going to. It's like whilst Okay, let's just understand. It's about duality, good and bad, light and dark, both sides of the scale. And with God and the energy of God being on earth, which however you define God for yourself, the energy of the devil is also present. But they're bringing me to that these two energies are really one and the same. They are two different perspectives, two different ways of being, two different possible ways of being, two different possible ways of expression. Okay. Energy saying that if the world was to be in darkness or in light, and really what that is kind of saying is if it was to be run by God or to be run by the devil, which again both are one and the same, and these names, God and the devil, are just names that we've given them to understand them or to, But if the world, energy saying if the world was run by either one of these two figures, if they are figures or energetic beings or just energies or states of being, if the world was run by either one, it would be a win-win outcome. See, Jesus is saying, have you not learnt that when you experience darkness, you still thrive? When you experience darkness, you still grow and blossom. When you experience happy times, you still thrive. When you experience happy moments, you still grow and blossom. So either way, you're always growing, you're always blossoming, so it's a win-win outcome. Energy wants to remind us that it's our shadow that really does propel us forward the most. It's the hardest lessons that we get the biggest teachings from. The toughest lessons is what we kind of grow the most from. Okay. Let's pull one final card from the Moonology Oracle deck. Then I think we're going to close our eyes, or I'm going to close my eyes and channel a message from Master Jesus himself. Expect powerful change. New moon in eclipse. The weird thing about that card is as soon as I've just seen that, I saw somebody's eyes open like this, and it was like shining purple. But this is the image that energy keeps showing me. They keep showing it me, with other people, with people I don't know, just in my mind's eye, of people's eyes just, it's like awakening. But it's never just awakening with their eyes, it's awakening with like purple behind their eyes, like intuition or, being connected. Okay. Expect powerful change. Let's see what the energy of Jesus has to say in Christ. Now they're presenting themselves more as together. I, Jesus, am here to speak, to converse, to convey a message. Keep your feet anchored to earth, buried in the soil. Stay grounded. Stay whole. Stay knowing who you are. Stay trying to discover who you are. The path of the light is not easy. It can be dark and scary at times. It can be challenging and tough. It can be a struggle. It can feel lonely. You can feel like you're lost and that you don't know what way to go. But each turn brings you closer and closer to Source. Each turn brings you closer and closer to really knowing the self, to really understanding wisdom, what it means to be wise, what it means to be pure, what it means to be tainted, what it means to be whole, what it means to be fragmented. Time is an illusion, but time is no illusion. Every moment you're awake, but every moment you're asleep. Energy is all around you assisting, waiting to be commanded, waiting to be given a sense of direction just as you are. It's called co-creation. Many of you just sit and wait for the universe to tell you which way to go, to give you a sign of which way to go. And you sit and wait and wait and wait. And the universe is giving you your sign, has given you a sense of direction. But you're still waiting and there's no sign showing because the universe energy is waiting upon your direction. Because it's co-creation. We create together. I'm here to tell you not to wait on no man, no woman, no thing, no aspect. Don't wait on anybody to bring you happiness. Don't wait on anybody to bring you to yourself. Don't wait on anybody to bring you joy, to bring you love, to bring you hope. All these things lie within you. All these things can be found within you. And nobody needs to bring them to you. You must bring them to yourself. You must go within yourself and draw them out of yourself and discover them for yourself and know them to be true for yourself. You are love. You are purity. You are wholeness. You are oneness. You are sacred and necessary and needed. You're meant to be here. Until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, stay you. Peace and love. Ashe. I just feel like I really enjoyed that message, that channeling. It's like leaving my mind what was said, but I just know that it felt so good to express. And thank you for joining me and being present with me. I send my gratitude to energy, to Master Jesus, to my energetic team. Peace and love. Ashe.